It's August 26th, 2014. What are you going to do, Dave?
Alright, I built what I call a tree hut. It's a new type of like a rope tent thing up in the trees, and I'm going to climb it right now. I'm going to climb up into it to show that it works and it's safe. So it's about 14 feet off the ground. The bottom of it's about 14 feet. The top of it is another 7 feet, so it's about 21 feet to the very peak of it. And at the top had a roof, a plastic roof that I put on last summer when I built it. So I was able to stay up there all night long, or any part of the weather. If it rained, I didn't get wet, and so that was nice. So I took some naps up there, and it's really cool to hang out. And it's stable in one direction this way, but it sways this way but not that way.
Oh, because it's connected between two trees.
Right.
It's hanging in the middle there.
It's hanging between a sugar maple and a basswood tree.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to climb it now.
Here's the sugar maple, and here's the wonderful old basswood tree. Okay. And there he is.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day in our neighborhood, too, for you to be up there.
I could stand on the lid if I want.
It's beautiful.
It's pretty stable. I can lay across it all the way, and it's perfect for napping.
I call it an art installation because you are an artist, and you did sort of like you were stringing a tennis racket. You wove the whole thing, and it's beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show, that it's done.
Okay. Farewell. Aloha.
Okay. There's a grandma basswood tree. I'm going to climb this rope ladder and go up roughly 14 to 15 feet. Okay, it's a beautiful sunny day up here in my little tree hut. I just climbed up through the hole. There's the hole. And I have a lid. Sorry if this is wobbly, but the whole thing's hanging from a rope. A real strong rope. Okay, so I'm up in my tree hut here. It's made of water-resistant marine grade rope that I got from McMaster Carr. It's a seafoam green, and I have several different diameters of rope. The cone here is made out of a 5/16. The floor is made out of a 3/8. That weave that goes all the way around is a 3/8. The main lines holding everything up is made out of a heavier gauge 5/8, and that runs all the way to that tree, ties into that tree over there. Coming across with the pulley wheels I used to lift it up. This whole thing weighs probably about, I don't know, 75 pounds. So that distance is about 40 feet from tree to tree. The top line is about, I'd say, 28 feet off the ground. And right now my head is about 20 feet off the ground because I'm as high as the top roof on my house. The base of this is about almost 6 feet across, so 3 6-foot adults could lay in this and sleep very comfortably. The side walls, since it's made out of rope, and the floor are flexible, so it's nice to lay against it, and it flexes real nicely and real cushiony, and so it's easy to relax against, and you can't fall out. That would be impossible because this rope would have to break, and there's no real way it's going to break unless you actually go at it with a real sharp knife or a cutter, and who does, that's not going to happen. So it's protected by a mosquito netting that runs all the way around to keep the bugs out. Now I used to have a thin plastic sheeting that went all the way up on this roof. The roof is shaped like a cone, and the plastic sheeting kept the rain out and the snow, and so it was great. I could sleep up here if I wanted, but then eventually it lasted for about maybe 4 months, the sheeting, and then a storm blew it off. But I expected that to happen because I didn't I just taped it together kind of quickly and wasn't made for real strength. The bottom of the floor here has a disc, a plastic and steel disc that I made so that I could stand on this without falling through the hole. So it's kind of like a makeshift little floor there, so I could walk around, stand on it. I'm standing on it right now and it's just fine. Okay, now the rope that went into this, total length was about 1,200 feet of rope was used to make this whole structure, and so it took probably about a month to make. I made it last summer. Aluminum pipe or tubing is holding up the whole structure. It's a 1 3/8 pipe with a 1/8 of an inch wall that's held together by steel brackets. You can see there. I welded up in the shop and holds everything together. Now the main lines that are the 5/8 rope, they all run down and connect to those tubes holding all this up. So all the weight loads are being held by that aluminum frame. I've had 2 adults up here, so it was about 330 pounds. It held easily. The main lines have a breaking strength of around 4,500 pounds. They're made for marine environments, water, cold, so it's a perfect choice for this application. And I've got 3 of them that holds all this together. So it would take a huge load to break all that. The squirrels seem to be leaving it alone. They seem to avoid this rope. I was worried about them eating through it, but they stay away from it. I think they know it's something that's not normal for them, so they avoid it. And I'm high enough off the ground where, you know, people or animals aren't going to mess with me. And so that's real nice. The rope, it cost about maybe $200 in rope to build all this. In addition, I have a polycarbonate rod that I bent to make the top rim and then the bottom rim to make the circular shape. I then tied all the ropes too. Yeah, I'd like to mention also that I made it out of the rope because eventually I'm going to take this down, and I wanted it to be reused as rope again. So it's, you know, portable. This is not a permanent structure here, so it can be taken down and moved and improved on. So that's one reason I chose this design. Beautiful view. Back there is a field, farmer's field. Just really pretty. So I wanted a new way of enjoying the beauty up here and being in nature and enjoying it up off the ground. And I got the idea from the internet. I saw campers in Germany were doing a new type of camping called tree camping, where they made a frame and held up a tent and tied it up in a tree, and you could hang things like that anywhere, any tree, any building. You could hang this off. And so they were doing it out of a tree, over water, and over a stream, and I just thought that was the coolest thing I'd ever seen, and so I decided to build this. And you know, so it's a fun little project, and I've enjoyed, you know, relaxing up here, enjoying my beautiful yard, and look at that big Big beautiful basswood tree that holds this up. Yeah, so I was thinking about making more of these throughout the yard and connecting them with a zip line. I thought that'd be a fun project for next year. Okay, so this is me hanging out in my little tree hut or jungle hut, depending on what I want to call it during the type of weather I'm in. And signing off, I hope you enjoy this rope project that I made. Thank you to the people who in Europe who made these. I don't think I would have done this without you doing it first. Your ideas inspired me to do this, so I hope you keep doing stuff over there. It's very innovative, and I enjoyed building this project. And I'll be coming out with more projects in the future. Thanks again.